Here's how I organize my week using Notion. So this is my weekly template. I put in a few examples just to fill in the gaps to show you guys what I do. At the very top, I collect my astrology, both for the collective and any personal transits that I have. I pull 2 to 3 tarot cards and I put the tarot cards here at the top. I write a couple of intentions for my week, as well as affirmations. They differ a little bit for me. I write down all of my meetings and their times or events, anything that I need to be at by a certain time. I also take note of my menstrual cycle, where I am, because that's going to have a big impact on my mental abilities, okay? I eat the same thing for breakfast and lunch every single day, so I don't need to write down what I do. What I'm going to eat, but I do put what I have for dinner and any extra snacks that maybe is different than the usual. My husband made a compote from our blackberries that were home growing, so I really like to have that on some yogurt, and that's something new that I don't normally do. Scrolling down to my tasks, this is where I sort out all of my tasks into these little categories: personal, house, garden, any errands I need to run, spends, and then I have the things that I want to post to my Instagram story for my business. I'll get down to my business tasks in just a second. From here, I plan out my day for the week. Every day I do this at the beginning of the week, and I write it under each day, so then that way I can, really, if I don't get something done, I can just slide it across. Me having to change what I do on a day-to-day basis shows me what tasks aren't getting done and if I'm setting unrealistic goals for myself. Last part, or almost last part that I do down here, is my business tasks. Now for this, I use the Notion databases because I want to make sure all of my tasks get saved, whether I complete them or not. I am too nervous to show you guys all of the shit that I have to do on a regular basis. So I'm just showing you July, which I haven't planned out other than my weekly posts. So what I do is, in this view right here, you can see that it's the month, and I have week 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, depending on how many weeks there are for that month. And I drag and drop all of my tasks to here. I sort them by category, and then I also have some other things like priority, so that anything that's top priority is always floated to the top of the column. Then on a weekly basis, I go into this week, where it's kind of the same format, except it's by day, so that I can slide each task day by day. This way, I know there's a lot of redundancy in the way that I do things, but for me and my ADHD brain, I have to be super redundant in order to make sure that I'm getting these things done. I have to drill it into my brain in order for me to remember that I have to do them. So sometimes once I complete the Monday through Friday on my work tasks, I might add those up to my weekdays up here, but mostly what I do is on a day-to-day basis, I actually write it down on a piece of paper and check it off day by day so that I have it right in front of me at all times. The very last thing that I do is I go into depth for the tarot cards that I pull. So down here is where I will just, I'm not a tarot reader, so I just Google the interpretations and write them down here. But I'll keep them up here at the top as just a quick reminder so that I can, quickly reference what the vibe is for that week. Anyways, that's how I organize my stuff on a weekly basis. Stay tuned, and I might show you some more of my personal things.